ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, it's ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, this is Rumble Foreskin and his IS-4, otherwise known as Max or Mace. I've known him by both of those names, and so I will probably end up calling him Max or Mace through this entire game. Oh sir, not asleep at all, no. This is a tier 10 game on Fisherman's Bay. More than that, it's a ranked game. As you can see, he's currently a ranked 1. He's really hoping to I think he wanted to get ranked 2 in this? I can't remember. Anyways, there is an there's an action next on the other team that some of you may recognize. Don't worry, he's going to do extremely poor in this game. So we're just going to ignore the fact that he's in here at all. And of course it can't keep my settings. Because it's not like I told it for the 5th time, like yesterday, to stop being in non-colorblind mode. We're just going to switch that really fast because I am tired of it being that way. And hopefully it can stay that way from now on. Anyways, so just gonna push over this, and Max is heading on down here to this spot near where the IS-7 is. Now the IS-7 is a bit out in the open. Max is trying to figure out where he wants to end up, and we're just gonna switch into first person fixed camera mode so you can see what he's doing as he ends up side scraping off the IS-7 and putting a good shot. Oh, no, not a good shot into the object 140. He aimed a bit high. If he'd hit the lower glacis, that was more likely to go in, but he just aimed at the upper glacis and assumed he was going to penetrate, and that's not how that worked out. He gets hit by the grill from way back downtown and bouncing, and bounces another one from an E100. You heard that gold sizzle off him. And he's up to 1500 damage block. Now that does not count the 750 that slammed into his tracks and didn't go anywhere. That only counts damage he actually bounces off his armor. Anything that goes into his tracks does not count. I don't really understand why, it just doesn't. So now he's got he knows that there's a Moss and the hunter looking at him. He pokes it just barely enough, and you can see him aiming for the front of the face, so the flat front of the E100's turret. Now he is loading gold. He is heat rounds loaded. These things will pen, but they will bounce extremely easily off things. So if he aims at something that's a little bit angled or like tracks, he's either going to bounce or it's going to get eaten. He wants to aim for flat surfaces to get the best penetration out of these shells, and the more likely they're going to go through and chip their targets. And so far he's just having a field day letting these guys shoot him in the side. They're all bouncing off because of course he's side scraping perfectly, and he's returning fire when he can, but he's not prioritizing the returning fire. He's letting his team do the work while he just absorbs damage. And this is one of the best ways you can play a side scraping tank like this IS-4. Alright, there's action bouncing off him. And no, that wasn't me, by the way. I'm the one dying over here. His entire team is still alive, and he's taken 7,000 damage. Just bounced off of his armor. That doesn't count the one shell that managed to find a home and penetrate all the way through. Unfortunately, some of this is not going to be as exciting as we would like, so I'm just going to speed this up a tiny bit. So, because apparently people have finally realized that shooting him is not going to go the way they want. So there we go. Moss is now charging, because of course charging when you're on low health is the best bet, giving his front lower glacis as an easy, beautiful target for me. Ace here. He's going to finish him off in just a second when he reloads. Nope. Someone else did that for him. So instead he's going to let the E100 fire damage, just bounce damage off him. There's got to be 2 E100s back there from all the damage that's coming out, because one E100 cannot reload that fast. He's up to 10,000 damage. He's going to wait to see the front of that turret. He fires. Unfortunately, the E100's turret was still angled. And now they're firing HE at him unless they finally realized, oh, we're not going to go through this guy. We've got to HE him down. If he fires into the side of the turret, he's going to bounce. So he waits and he waits. No, don't fire into the tracks. Just keep waiting. He's going to get impatient and turn. No, okay. Apparently he doesn't. And Max picks his shot really well and goes straight through the side. Now, his repair kit's on cooldown, but it really doesn't matter at this point in time. Every shot these guys are going to fire, most likely it's going to be HE. And they're going to do little bits of damage and just like shave his health off, piece by piece by piece. He's going for this E100 again, who, nope, has decided he wants to kill the IS-4. Other side of the flank has fallen, so they're going to be pushing in, and Max really doesn't have any targets until he pushes up. So, come on, Max, you gotta push up a bit. There we go. Now he's pushing forward, using the moss for cover as much as he can, and no, there's nothing here that can shoot him. He tries to get to IS-4 in time, doesn't manage it, comes around this corner. And now he's looking for shots on the E100. Gets it. E100 is going to turn around. No, Centurion Action X is going to come out first. Bounce a shot. E100 is got his engine facing us. And he's just letting us do damage to him. Fixes the driver. Centurion's going to come around the corner in a second again. Maybe. Maybe not. No, Centurion is looking the other way. We can tell by the fact you can see the back of his turret. And he gets a great shot off, or Max gets a great shot off. Centurion comes around and does in fact pan us. And wait, how did we get shot? We died to that thing. What? Can I zoom out? I can't. Oh, there we go. How did we die? When we died, the LT was here. I mean, it's not like... I understand if he was here, maybe he shot just before we went around the corner, but... that felt a bit... either laggy or like he fired through a wall. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Unfortunately, our hero dies. So that's just great. We're just gonna, oops. There goes our E5 now. As the rest of the team is supposedly getting cleaned up. But, Max is just really, really happy they managed to block 11,000 damage. Oops, and that is game. Oh, that's where he left back to the garage. That's what's going on. That is why he doesn't have stats. That explains everything. So yeah, so this is, as much as I can't show you how much experience he earned or anything like that, the reason that this game I want to show you was because of the amount of damage he blocked. So you use your armor correctly, especially in something as tanky as an IS-4 or an IS-7 or an E100 or a Moss. You get those tanks angled upright, and nothing's going to go through them. The only vulnerable point he had, and the vulnerable points that his enemies had, was the front of that turret when enemies are firing gold, and they can hit flat surfaces. If you do not give them a flat surface, you're going to be okay. The enemies didn't worry about that and gave him all sorts of flat surfaces, and he didn't give them any. And so they were bouncing gold off him right, left, and center. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that for a special Monday video. And be back tomorrow with a proper ranked video that actually has stats to it. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Please do invite your friends to the channel. The more folks we can pull in, the better the content that we can show, and of course the more it supports the channel and thus me. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This ioEther out.